Welcome back to my channel. I'm Lamborghini C, and today I am going to tell you how I manifested my stay at the Fairmont El San Juan Hotel. So guys, you are not going to believe this, but I have a story for you. So I have to tell you, manifestation is real. You first just have to allow yourself to even have the thoughts and the wants and the desires for, those things that honestly, sometimes you may feel that they're out of your reach. So I have to tell you, about a couple years ago, I think it was it was during the pandemic, kind of when, things were pretty tight and locked down. There's a gentleman that I follow on social media on IG, and I remember seeing him go on a trip to Puerto Rico. And both he and his wife kind of blogged about it, or at least posted some photos about it. And there was just something about the place that they stayed at. It was so luxurious, and it just, it screamed to me, hey, you need to be here. So I said to myself, you know what? I am going to stay at that hotel. I'm going to make it a point to stay at that hotel. Well, fast forward about a little over a year later, or after that, I was looking to book a trip with one of my friends. And, at first we were looking to go to Hawaii. Then we said, you know what, let's go to Puerto Rico, right? And so I actually happened to have some points or a voucher that I hadn't used from another trip that I had to cancel out on. And trip was being booked by a travel agent. And so the only way for me to redeem the voucher was to go through the original way that I booked it was, which was utilizing that particular travel agent. So I gave her a call, let her know, hey, I'm looking to go to Puerto Rico with one of my best girlfriends. And so, can you kind of look at some places that we can possibly stay? We know we want to be in a resort setting. And then we gave her some dates that kind of worked out for us. So she sent us about 3 or 4 different options of places to choose from. So my friend and I, we took a look at them, and my friend is very, very good at like researching, and she'll find, like the smallest little thing, like, hey, did you see they had rats at that place? I'm like, oh my goodness, and so we both decided, hey, of the choices that were sent over, we both chose this particular choice, and it was the Fairmont Hotel. Now, mind you, when I initially saw the place that, I spoke into the universe that, hey, I'm going to stay there. I need to stay there. I didn't know it was a Fairmont Hotel location. I just knew it as the El San Juan Hotel. And so we went through the whole process of booking our room and everything with the travel agent and our flights and all of this. And for me, this was going to be a treat. I had just come off of, losing my father earlier that year, was managing the trust and going through some of the stressors of that. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to treat myself for this trip. I could see from the photos that the hotel looked really nice. So I was like, we're going to do it big. I'm going to fly first class. And I kind of wanted a balcony because I started to see, like, I don't think our room has the balcony. So as I really started to research the resort more, I was like, okay, I think I want to have a balcony, at this location. But there weren't any available at the time that our travel agent booked. But she said, hey, when you get there, as you check in, ask them if they've had any cancellations or if they do happen to have some rooms with balconies available, and maybe you can upgrade. You'll just have to pay the difference there. And so, so essentially that's what I did. Now, as I was researching further, I could not believe I happened to come across like a photo of the front of the hotel. And oh my goodness, it was the El San Juan Hotel. And it was the same photo that was, again, locked in my memory as a dream place for me to stay. And I couldn't believe, I'm like, oh my God, I remember calling my friend. And I was like, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. But like, I've been wanting to stay at this place. Like, I saw it a year ago and I've been dreaming of staying here. And so that made the upcoming trip that much more exciting. And so we went ahead, flew out to our location and really enjoyed the sight and the scenes. And when I tell you, it was more than what I expected, more than what I anticipated. I actually, when I did get to the hotel location, I was able to upgrade the room. It was a substantial amount, but I didn't care. I actually, I had been working on some other things, and one of my streams of income was doing really well. And even that week, catapulted that much greater while I was there. So it was all worth it. I treated my friend, said, "Hey, we're gonna get the upgraded room," and so we were able to have one of the villas. That was the upgraded room. So again, if you want to stay at this hotel, I highly recommend go ahead, splurge, spend the extra bucks, and get a room in one of the villas. And it's up to you if you do the ocean view or the pool view, but definitely I think it's worth the splurge. The rooms are just a little bit bigger. You have the balcony, and you're going to just love it. So for me on this trip, again, it was a much needed trip for some relaxation. And so in the morning, one of the things that I enjoyed doing was getting up, and I trade, during the day, usually the open bell. And so I would get up in the morning and I would make sure that I was all set to go sit on the balcony and just have this view of, all these beautiful trees. This was even that much more important for me to really take this opportunity to just really focus on gratitude, right? And being grateful. And no other way to do it. I couldn't escape it. Like, just going out and sitting or walking throughout that resort and just taking in the beauty and the wonders of what God created. Like, there's no way of escaping that. Like, there's no way you can walk through that and have anger in your heart or what have you. And so I was really, really thankful for that trip. And so you'll see a few clips and some video. I didn't take as much video footage of this facility as I wish I would have, but at least you'll get to see, and hopefully I'm able to capture just how gorgeous this facility was. So take
As soon as you pull up on the spot, you know you're in for a treat at the El San Juan Hotel and Resort. It's so luxurious. As soon as you step into the lobby, you're met with these huge ceilings with chandeliers dripping down and all of the marble flooring, and then the rooms. My goodness, guys, there's so much space in the villas, and then the view, the balcony is all of it, honey. No matter which view you have, to be able to sit there and luxuriate, that's what you're there for.
Now I have to tell you, again, those rooms were fire, honey. I'm telling you, again. If you're able to, and if you're able to stay at the El San Juan Hotel in Puerto Rico, go ahead and do the upgrade to get one of the villas. You won't, regret it. Now, I do have a little story to tell you, so I have a little story time, right? When we first got in our room, which is the footage that I showed, that you guys just saw, again, it was very, very nice. Now, as we got it, we went and ate on the resort and got back to the room, and pretty tired because we had an early morning, a travel day, right? And so as I was starting to wash my face, I started to see these little bugs crawling like on the sink area. And I'm like, I called out for my friend and I'm like, oh, do you see these? And she's like, I know, like I see there's been a whole lot over on this other counter. I'm like, oh my God. Like, how could we just say anything? So we went through this whole thing of calling the front desk, and they were supposed to send someone up to. So dude comes up with this can of spray, and I'm like, that is not gonna work. We got to get out of here. And so we ended up getting another room down the hall. Now, the significance of that and the reason I'm sharing it is because, again, it's a situation that kind of seemed bad at first, but it actually ended up being wonderful. So, one of the things that I didn't realize is by having the Villa room, we actually were gifted a bag that was kind of like a beach bag. It was pretty awesome. This is a pretty cool bag, guys, and I'll probably put a still photo for you all to see, but you can't beat this. It came equipped with Fairmont Hotel sunnies, which I did wear because I had an outfit to coordinate with it, with the Fairmont El San Juan Hotel hat and the little, sleeping mask to wear as well. So it was worth it. But see, here's the thing. So since we moved, so we had one bag, but again, remember it was me and my friend, right? Both on this trip. And so with us moving to another room, there was another bag, and there we, you know,
So we lucked up with two bags, guys. So that and the beautiful, beautiful views kind of made up for the fiasco. Now, there are three restaurants on the resort, but they are quite pricey. Beware.
so when I tell you it was pricey, um, just to put things in perspective, at one point, I think they started charging people like $20 a shot of Patron. Now, Patron is my drink, okay? And so I ordered a drink at the bar earlier with Patron, but he didn't charge me that. Like it was like a mixed drink, but maybe it was because of the time of day or into the evening. Maybe they raised the prices. But we met some friends. We befriended, some people. So we had our little crew at the resort, and we all decided we got out the pool and went over to the bar area and decided we were gonna, get some drinks. And I heard him quote $20 a shot to my girl that we just met, and I'm like, oh my god! So of course, the next morning, I hurried over to that grocery store and made sure I racked up on some of the drinks I knew I would want to have, because you can just keep those.
So this was a chill trip, guys. I highly, highly recommend the El San Juan Resort, which is a Fairmont hotel and resort. Puerto Rico was awesome. I could definitely see myself living there or having a property there one day. So I will definitely be back. I can't believe I manifested my stay here. Again, this is Lamborghini C. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye.